Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Episode 17. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, arrived in Medina, his first thought was not of comfort or rest, not of building a home or securing wealth. His first thought was of building a place for Allah, a place where hearts could unite, where the name of Allah would be remembered, and where humanity would bow together in peace. The very first thing he did was to lay down the foundation of Masjid Quba, the first mosque in Islam. Built on faith, love, and simplicity, its walls were raised by the hands of believers. The Prophet, peace be upon him, himself carried stones on his blessed shoulders, smiling and saying, "O Allah, there is no life but the life of the hereafter, so forgive the Ansar and the Muhajirun." Every believer joined in. No one cared who was rich or poor. They worked side by side, mixing clay, lifting stones, and shaping what would become the very heart of their new society, the House of Allah. Soon after, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, settled in Medina, he built another mosque, Masjid Nabawi. This was not just a building, it was the center of life itself. It was where people prayed, learned, shared meals, solved disputes, and planned for the future. The Prophet, peace be upon him, wanted every believer to know that the foundation of Islam is worship and unity. But something was missing. A call. A way to invite people to prayer. Until then, Muslims would gather by word of mouth. But Islam was growing and they needed a sign, a reminder, something beautiful that would touch the soul. The companions began discussing ideas. Some suggested a flag, others a horn, others a bell like the Christians used. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, remained silent, waiting for divine guidance. Then one night a companion named Abdullah ibn Zayd, may Allah be pleased with him, had a dream. In it he saw a man carrying a bell. Abdullah asked, "Would you sell it to me so we can call people to prayer?" The man replied, "Shall I not show you something better than that?" Then he said the words, "Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah, ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasul Allah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala al-falah, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illa Allah." When Abdullah woke up, he rushed to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and told him the dream. The Prophet, peace be upon him, smiled and said, "This is a true dream, by the will of Allah. Teach these words to Bilal, for he has a beautiful voice." And so, Bilal Ibn Rabah, may Allah be pleased with him, climbed to the top of the mosque and raised his voice to the sky. His call echoed through Medina, pure, powerful, and filled with faith. People came out of their homes, their eyes wet with tears. Some fell to their knees, overwhelmed by the sound. The first Adhan had been called. The first invitation to the prayer that would unite the Ummah 5 times a day, every day, until the end of time. That moment was more than a sound. It was a declaration that Islam was alive, that hearts were awake, that believers would always answer when Allah calls. From that day, the voice of Bilal, may Allah be pleased with him, became a symbol of hope. It reminded people that no matter where they were, no matter how far they went, they were never alone. Allah was calling them home. The Prophet, peace be upon him, smiled every time he heard the Adhan. Because this call was not just a reminder of prayer, it was a reminder of purpose. It was a call to the soul. And so the mosque stood as the heart of the Muslim world, a place of peace, learning, and love. And from its minaret rose the call that still shakes the skies today. Come to success. Come to prayer. Subscribe now to True Sunnah and continue your journey through the blessed life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Learn how his vision, compassion, and devotion shaped the world we live in today.